Hello, everybody. In today's video, I'm just going to be talking about the correction system in America. In particular, I'm going to be comparing the corrections in America to corrections in the Netherlands, also a little bit of Germany, because the Netherlands and Germany have pretty much the same correction system. But I think it's important to first start understanding what kind of justice there is in the correction system. And in America, we believe in something called retributive justice or an eye for an eye kind of justice. It's based on the idea that punishment is seen as the consequence for a wrongdoing. We are very focused on punishment for crimes instead of the restorative justice model, which aims to repair the harm caused by crime and bring the victims and community together through the correction system. In America, it's a lot more punishment based. A lot of people believe that there needs to be some kind of punishment and time served for any kind of crime that somebody would have committed, while conversely in the Netherlands and Germany they are a lot less like that. They are more about rehabilitating and giving a opportunity. There isn't really the punishment of the crime is not something they really focus on. It's really more just about restoring them back to their former selves so they don't commit the crime again, which is where I would actually like to start. And it's when people who commit crimes again after already committing a crime or going through a correctional facility, that's called recidivism. And currently, right now, America has extremely high recidivism rates based on people who have been inside of a prison, but Dutch prisons have a low recidivism rate, around 27.5% at 2008. That declined 30.8% over 6 years in the Netherlands. Um, and the Netherlands also just have less people in their prisons, about 90% less people than the US. So in the Netherlands, it's about 79 people per 100,000 residents that are incarcerated or actually in a prison. In Germany, it's around 82 per 100,000 residents. But in America, it's 716 people per 100,000 residents. So America just does seem to incarcerate a lot of people a lot more often. Um, and that is because of our ideology and our values on an eye for an eye. People need to pay for what they have done, and the way we do that is by putting them in prison. And that isn't the best way of handling it. Our prison system is very underdeveloped when it comes to European countries. We are very far behind in having a successful prison system because of the way we think of punishment. Instead of restoring people and actually lowering the recidivism rate, we are more focused on an eye for an eye and punishing people for their wrongdoings, when instead the focus should be on taking care of those people and trying to get the crime rate overall down. Having more people not recidivate back into crime is better, because now you have less people in jails and less people actually going out and committing crimes, which just lowers crime overall. But that is a value in America, and I just wanted to touch on something that is very important to understand when it comes to corrections. In the Netherlands and Germany, those two places are not as homogenous as America. So, while it is true that American prisons are behind and that we do not have a great system at taking care of people, we have a lot more culture and diversity in this country with a lot of conflicting ideologies. While some people may believe in the restorative methods, others don't, and others do believe in an eye for an eye, and it's hard to appease every single person. So, yes, there needs to be more restorative justice in the American prison systems, but it's a lot easier to do that when you have a less homogenous group. Say, take the Netherlands, where they're pretty much all the same. It's pretty much all the same people, same culture, same ideologies. It's easier to implement something like that than in America, where we are a melting pot, where ideas are different, cultures are different. It's a lot harder to appease everyone and make changes as quickly. So I just wanted to bring that up. That is an important factor into why our prison systems are the way they are. It's no, it's not an excuse. It's not pardoning America. We do need to focus on making change into the restorative justice process, as it is better for crime overall. But it is important to note that there is a reason why it happens, and it's mainly because of how large of a country we are and how diverse we are. But that's all for this video. I just wanted to touch on a little bit of what the corrections looked like compared to America and the Netherlands, and I will see you guys in the next one.